Good morning, good afternoon, good night. This message is for the sign of Aquarius. Sorry, I'm trying to write and talk at the same time. Aquarius or Aquarius cross watcher waited longer. I'm hearing I should have waited longer. Anyway, thank you guys for being here, whatever time it is where you're at in the world. Thank you, thank you. Again, I should have waited longer. That's what I heard as soon as I hit play. Should have waited longer for what? I feel like this is a person outside of you. But it could be you. Reverse it if you need to. Let's talk about it as if it's in the sense of another person. It's like I should have waited longer, or I should have stayed longer. I should have taken my time. I shouldn't have rushed. Somebody's second guessing something here. Second guessing something they've already said. Second guessing a decision they've made. Second guessing an action they've taken. Second guessing a message they've sent. Somebody could be second guessing like, oh, I shouldn't have. And it's like, I don't know. Somebody. Could be you. Could be another. I don't know. I'm hearing, you know somebody loves you, right? Somebody loves you. I'll just wait until that loud ass vehicle passes, as every fucking day I start a video. See, I can't, that shit distracts the living shit out of me. Loud ass noises, I don't know. I'm getting something really specific for you guys. Something has distracted another person from you, or something has distracted you from another person. Could be a third party, could be another individual. It's like somebody here, it's like I don't know why, it's like here's the true love, there's true love, and then it's like doubt gets in the way, or fear gets in the way, or another fucking person gets in the way, or you know, people get in someone's head, something happens, or it's like, you know, I don't know, it's like something has driven a wedge between you and another person at this time, or maybe for a while, I don't know, but I feel like you and another are not together, whoever I'm picking up on, and either you or them, or even the both of you have been distracted from each other. You know, it's like why do I see like somebody getting out of a vehicle almost like a celebrity, and it's like all these paparazzi, but you're also famous too, and then you get out the vehicle, but it's like y'all get, the crowd kind of pushes y'all away from each other, but you're still kind of like trying to see each other through the crowd, but there's all these lights shining and all these like flashes and shit, paparazzi, and everybody needing your attention all over the place, and life happens and you get pushed away from each other. It's a bit like quarantine. Maybe you haven't spoken since quarantine, or you haven't had a really good conversation that has something to do with quarantine. Or it's like life is something is keeping you, again, and another person separate. And it feels like a lot of things, but there could be a couple of really specific ones, or people. It's like some really strong energy that is trying to wrap itself tightly around each of you, or one of you at least, to where it kind of becomes the new identity, and it's like, forget about them. Forget about them. Like somebody wants another person to forget about you. Could be an entity, if you know what I mean, that's going through other people whom are sleeping to distract someone who is awakened to some level, because we have different levels of awakening. It's your person, whoever that is. Could be your best friend. Could be a family member. Could be a love. Your love. Yeah, wow. I should have waited longer, but that's not the main message. It's like driving a wedge between you two. Driving a wedge. I do think it's people involved, but I think entities are influencing it. It feels like, you know, not everybody believes in Satan, but I'm going to say it feels like Satan. It feels like Satan energy, like evil energy, attachments. Like, let's say, I'm going to say this. Let's say you and a person, this is just the first thing coming to mind. It doesn't have to be your story. Let's say you and another person were having just, life happens. Sometimes you go your own way. And that's healthy, actually. But that doesn't mean the two of you weren't meant to come back together at some point. You know what I mean? But then after this happens, it's like, oh, that's my perfect opportunity to weasel my way in there. And, you get somebody who comes in there and it's like, you haven't really had enough time to kind of figure out your own self and what's going on. And you still love the other person, but now this person claims they're your one. You go up and make serious decisions with this person. Like serious as in have kids with them, a child with them, marry them, move in with them, something. Move across the country with them. And it's like very impulsive decisions when it's like, wait a second, and you step back out, or you somebody may have put their foot in their mouth here where they're like, yeah, I'm going to have to move on or get over this person, but they never really wanted to. And now that it's like someone ran with that, they're like, well, they're mine now, they're mine. I feel like somebody's like, but it's influenced by an entity influencing a person who's grabbing this individual now, or they could be doing it to you, or this could be happening to the both of you, where it's like they're mine, they're mine, they're mine. Now remember, this is not everybody's story, but the ones I'm picking up on today, that's it. You see, I hope that made sense. You know what I mean? Like if I keep them, or if I marry them, or if I get them to have children with me or move in with me or whatever, then it's less likely that they'll ever, focus on Aquarius again. They think. When are people going to realize that? And that doesn't have to be an Aquarius, it could be anybody watching. When are people going to realize that you do what you want to do? It don't matter what happens. You're not that type of person that you get like trapped or like stuck in something. Even if you do for a minute, you don't stay in it. My biological dad was an Aquarius. Now, was he a great person? I don't think so. I mean, I don't. And there's reasons that I say that. There's things that he did. But we've all done things. Nobody's fucking perfect, right? But one of the things I'll say he did do right is he gave me a better life and a better chance by giving me up for adoption. But I remember asking him like 4 days before he died, I was like, why did you give me up but like none of the other kids you had? I can understand like your first child because maybe like you don't have the money, it's your first, you don't know what to do. But I was the middle. Like what the hell, And he was brutally honest to me. He's like, because I didn't want to be with your mom and I couldn't take care of you and I didn't want you. I mean, he's straight. At least he was fucking honest. I mean, honestly, I can respect and even love somebody like that. I don't respect or love somebody who is a liar. But he was very blunt. And that was hard to hear, But I say all this to say he straight up told me, he's like, I didn't want to be. He wasn't one of those people that's like, oh, well, I had a kid with her, I got to stay with her. No, he figured it out where he could still be connected to me because who adopted me? His sister. He was smart as fuck about it, right? But he also wasn't ready for another kid. He really wasn't. I mean, and he didn't want me at the time. He was honest. So yes, he did a lot of fucked up shit, and I mean a lot. But he did do that, right? And that was definitely, to me, a sign of love. But again, like I said, he was an Aquarius. So think about it. Somebody may think that they've trapped you here, or they think that they've trapped your person. Whoever your person is, your best friend. Like, oh, they're my best friend now. They don't love Aquarius anymore. They'll never want to be with them because now we're best friends. And it's like, that's what you think. I know I made sense that time. I think that helped. Where it's like, just because I made certain decisions with you, it doesn't mean that I can't change those decisions. I'm not afraid to flow. I'm not afraid to live my life. I'm not afraid of change. Like someone may think that they've got their fangs in you, their claws in you, or another. Feels romantic to me. And it's like, think again. Because I sense that you and another are going to connect again. You're going to be friends again. You're going to be romantic partners again. And if it wasn't in this lifetime y'all were together, it's past life. You're going to be together again. Doesn't mean you're going to get married and go do all that. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means you will in some way reconnect with someone that you can't help but love them and they can't help but love you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's happened. Like, it's some true ass love here. Y'all know who that is? It's that person. It's like as soon as the gates were open, everybody flooded y'all, or at least one of you, so that it would like keep the two of you apart. Like, oh, we're going to separate them. It's like being separated at birth even. That's kind of the idea. If we can, maybe even someone tried to sleep with someone really quick in between a separation, or, you know, get back, something just to keep them from wanting you. Like they think it's going to make them want them more, but it's like, this person ain't stupid. Or if someone's done this to you, it's like, you're not stupid. You know what I mean? It's not going to kill the love that is between two people here. No, nobody is leeching on will ever come between what you have between. I want to say it's like a soul connection. Nothing is going to break that bond ever. Dogs barking. Can be a lot of symbols, dogs barking. I don't usually take it as a good sign, but it can be. It can be like, oh, protection. Well, here it could apply. It could apply that it's like, no, I'm very protective of this person. Like, I love them. You don't understand. And I don't have to explain that. I don't know. It's almost a little, well, it's very clingy. It's very codependent. And I can't tell which way it goes. I can't tell, but like, just imagine it, you and another, and whatever happens. I don't know if this is a friend, was a lover, or a past life lover, and y'all just know it intuitively. And it's there, right? No matter what life does and how much y'all separate and fall apart, or, you know, it doesn't mean y'all argue or anything. I don't know the dynamic, but you always kind of come back together or reconnect in some way. You're always, you know, you're never too far away, at least energetically. Your heart never ventures too far off. You always still love this person, vice versa. Here y'all are, and then y'all get out. I'm still seeing the paparazzi vision. You're both famous in my vision. You get out, you're drifted away, like almost the tide carries y'all apart, and it's like people are like, yeah, finally they're separated, finally they broke up, finally they're not friends anymore, finally they're fighting, or finally they decided to do their own thing. Like, there's issues, they're having issues, and it's like they leech to them, and they, you know, to keep them away from each other, but they still turn around looking at each other. Or if they can't, because everybody's grabbing them, and like, focus on what we've got over here. And it's like, that just makes me want to turn around even more. You know? Kind of like the idea of, like, do you guys remember elementary school? I mean, it don't matter. You would think that when people grow up, they stop doing it. No, they're worse, right? So it's like the idea of when you're like in elementary school. I mean, girls are bad about this, but guys, I guess, could do it too. But you see it a lot with females, where it's like two best friends, you know, and then they have their issues. And then you got people who are like, you know, maybe they have an issue and they're not friends anymore. I'm not your friend anymore. And so they become friends with so-and-so over here. Well, they already had these little girls on the side waiting. These bitches were waiting for this friendship to break up. They were like, yeah. So now they're like, I'm your bestie now. It's like even the idea of like, I can think of Kylie Jenner. You know, she was friends with Jordan Woods, and there was the whole scandal. If you guys know the story of it, I don't want to get too into that, but and then now she's friends with the one she's like best friends with now, but her and Jordan Woods like made up. It's like that. It's like somebody didn't expect you to make up, or somebody doesn't expect you and another person to make up. They think that they've got their claws in. They think that they've got you right where they want you, but it's like, little do they know, the love is real. Whether y'all were together in a past life, never in this one. Whether you were together in this one and y'all went your own way. Whether y'all were best friends before and just y'all had some issues. It's real. And when the love is real, nothing can come between that. The love is free that you have. You give each other space and time to grow and to figure things out. It may even feel like, oh, have we lost our connection? But it's clear the two of you have never lost your connection, and you fucking won't. And I feel very protective right now. You feel it coming off me? That's another thing. There's another element to that. You're protective of each other. Oh, yeah. And it doesn't matter who gets their fangs in and who gets their claws into either one of you. If one of you, the originals to each other, needed each other, even if you're new in each other's lives, you would drop everything and be there. Because there's just this understanding of what I have for you is real. It supersedes love in the understanding of Earth. It's way different than that. What I have for you is not of this planet. And I can say it every video because you have that with somebody here. I don't think you're with them. Or maybe you're with them again and people are going to be upset about this, or you're going to be reconnecting somehow. Be friends again. Befriend. Wow. And if this is not you, this is happening on the outside of you with maybe one of your children and their siblings, or one of your children and their step sibling, or one of your children. I feel like somebody's child here, a niece or nephew. Maybe your own siblings, is happening to them, or a friend of yours, this is happening. But I think it's a personal message for you. Nothing is going to be able to keep you and another from what is real, what the two of you share. New, old, reconciled, not, or friends before, but, you know. Is there a song called I Remember When You Were Mine? I remember when you were mine. I remember when you were mine. The Chicks, Dixie Chicks. And maybe there is, like, if you were with this person before or friends with them before in this lifetime, like, maybe there is an element of something that did end. And I say that because one of the Dixie Chicks, the original, actually, just passed, rest in peace. Y'all heard about that? So, maybe there is an element here of a connection you had with somebody, if you were with them in this life before or friends before, that has died or passed. But it's still very much living on. It's still very much alive. And there's been a transformation of the love. It's even stronger now, whereas people would expect it to be weak. No. If you fucking reconnected with this person in this life again, or if you reconnect with them while y'all are still alive on this planet, yes, there are elements of what y'all had before that died, but it's better now. It's like you're going to come back bigger and better and stronger. Like, the love is better, the romance is better, the sex is better, you know, whatever. That's what it's going to be. Whether it happened in a past life, y'all are back together in this life, or you will be. You were friends before, and now you're going to be friends again. Maybe you're going to be lovers now instead of friends. If you dated before, were married before, had kids before, I don't know, and you come back together again, it's going to be better. So anyway, you were mine. Somebody could also just be thinking of you heavily during this time now. Like, they've gone and done their own thing, and, you know, they've got people trying to just solidify shit with them so that they make sure they don't return to you. And it's like, but they're thinking about you. They're mentally returned to you already. And they're remembering when you were theirs. I can't find a reason to let go, even though you found a new love. What did I say? A lot of you, it's romantic, and somebody is with someone new. Maybe they themselves, or you, somebody is with someone new, and they're the one who's with someone new. I believe it's them. Is thinking, yes, I have this life now, but they don't replace what I had with you, you know? Now, if that's not the case, somebody may be like, yeah, I know that you've slept with new people. Like, maybe someone isn't in a full-blown relationship or married or has kids with someone now, but maybe they've slept with someone new, and it's like, I know that now you've had someone else or others, but I still remember when you were mine. It's something like that, guys. I can find a reason to hang on. What went wrong can be forgiven. Without you, it ain't worth living alone. Sometimes I wake up crying at night, and sometimes I scream out your name. What right does she have to take you away when for so long you were mine? I took out all the pictures of our wedding day. It was a time of love and laughter, happily ever after. But even those old pictures have begun to fade. Please tell me she's not real and that you're really coming home to stay. It's like someone here is like, I know you're over there doing your thing, you know, or you know, got your bitches or your man or whoever. I know you, you know, but, or I know you just want to be single, like you're just, but at the same time, you already know that if you and I connect, or when we connect again in this life, or for the first time, it's on. Instant. It's like instant, like instant. I see like Nesquik, you know, I see like hot chocolate. It is instant hot. It's just there. What I have for you is real. What you have for me is real. What we share. No amount of who either of us have slept with since each other, no amount of who we've been with before each other, or who we've been with since each other, who we've gotten with, or who we're with now, depending on the situation, is going to erase what the two of us share. I'll never forget you. Or I'm starting to remember that we were together before in another life. And like, I can't, this is so real. And I can tell by how everything else is around me. Like, what we have is real. And I know it. I know it. And I want you to know that I know it. It's something like that. Somebody's going to get back together here. I know I've been saying it, but I'm getting it. It's going to be reconciliation from past life, from this life y'all were together before. You're going to get back together again, or you're going to be friends with someone again. I think it's romantic, though. Or maybe y'all were only friends. It never went any further, and y'all going to be more now. Like, somebody's in love here. And it's not like in love. It's a feeling, and it goes away. This ain't going no fucking where. No matter how much people want it to. Damn. Damn. You know. Alright, guys. I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.